What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I did an earlier video roughly around here where I went over a lot of the data points, what was affecting it, and everything that you needed to know. But since then, it went for a very nice run to around $6.45. So I want to break it down, what really prompted this and what the data points are saying right now. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO was able to pull a rabbit out of a hat and close 0.8% in the green. 69.7 million shares being traded, 88.2 is the average. A lot of good data points have been coming out today from the States. So you had right here wholesale numbers better than anticipated, showing that the economy is strong, and not only that, it is a little bit more efficient. And then at the end of the day, you had the meeting minutes. So this is where generally I think the market has taken it as a positive. There was some kind of risks that they was very apparent based on that, one of which was the whole labor market. But then again, I'm pretty sure we already knew that. That was Powell's last speech in New York, where he did state that labor was more of a concern even than GDP numbers right now. So yeah, I think that was kind of anticipated. The only new surprise that came out was the fact that majority or a good amount of members were really aiming for a 25 basis point cut, not necessarily a 50. So I think that's the two negatives. But aside from that, like I said, the broader market is taking it as a strong positive. But no actual news, no kind of stimulus news, nothing from China, nothing like that to really prompt this. So rather, it was just linked to algorithmic trading and everyone's favorite, shorts. So when I was covering NIO, when I did my first video, shorts were increasing, I think 1 mil, somewhere around there. But by the end of the day, they did return 542,000 shares for whatever reason. Again, I'm not really sure, just interpreting the data. Maybe you guys are aware of something, a piece of news that hasn't really hit mainstream yet, or something like that. But 12.69% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 169.43 million shares. So today, shorts are kind of breaking their own trend, because over the last, 3 days, shorts have been increasing their position. So yeah, it's a nice change of events. So this could be seen as more of a mitigation of risk. And I've brought this up in the past because whoever's shorting NIO shorts a lot of other stocks out there, growth stocks, right? So as the market is really ready to propel higher, what shorts are doing is to mitigate their risk, right? Because they're losing across the board. Everything is going higher. Indexes hit all-time highs today. So yeah, they need to cut their losses, and that could have been one reason what happened today. Ultimately, you can kind of see just based on this teal line right here, shorts were slowly and continuously returning their shares. So ultimately, they were the culprit for this and also for this right here. So once again, something to keep in mind. Aside from that though, I have vaguely talked on a broad market rotation and how it could be a very similar circumstance to 2020 to 2021, how there was a lot of money leaving money markets into equities, and that caused every stock to run up. And based on a lot of the data points that have been coming out, I feel like this is now the time where you will start to see that rotation start to happen. It won't happen overnight. It's going to take probably over a 1-year period, but you will start to see an increase in volume. And that volume is already starting to happen. Just based on the overall dollar value, you can kind of see all of the actual exchanges right here, the overall dollar value that's in it. Today, over the last 5 days, big money is getting back into equities. Moral of the story. So yeah, in reality, I think the market is ready for a expansionary stage, and with rate cuts coming down the pipeline in the States, possibly 25 basis point for the upcoming November 7th, in China possibly, in Canada, where I live. So yeah, there's a lot of good buying power going to be coming from consumers now. Everything is looking to be very, very good. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Just to give you a very quick overview of this, 7.29 million in calls, 2.5 in puts, 53% of all the options being done are optimistic and bullish. And that did change from this morning. It was majority bearish, so obviously a nice change of events. But of the call options that are purchased, or I guess were purchased today, there's a consensus for it to be back at that $7 range. So yeah, I know that's kind of good. No matter what though, options is just merely a sentiment. It does not move the stock price. So just be clear on that. Looking at puts though, you do see a consensus for it to be sub $6. This one was kind of abnormal. So you see around a good consensus for it to be sub 550. So there's a good amount of people that are anticipating a further breakdown, which is fair, right? But aside from that though, it did regain its strength, was able to get above this S2 and trade between this S2 and this S1. So going forward into the next several trading days, 6.15 is going to be the strong support, and then $6.46 is going to be that next strong resistance slash target. And it was able to hold on for dear life and stay in the higher percentile. But yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Give yourself a shout out. Did you buy? Did you sell? I see a couple comments from my last video that people aren't necessarily, I guess, optimistic and have been selling out, which is very resemblant to based on here. It shows number of retail investors have been getting out. So yeah, what's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And if you do like my channel, I did just launch some memberships through YouTube. Highly recommend you guys taking a look at that. And I'll be setting up a private Discord as well for buy signals and whatever else. So if you guys are interested, definitely take a look at that as well. Take advantage of this promo. It does give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So it's free stuff. You might as well do that. So with that said, appreciate all of you guys watching.